Popular creative Christiana Jade de Silva-Ong passed away on the morning of Tuesday, June 18. The 36-year-old suffered 2 strokes while in the ICU, said her husband Wincy Ong in a Facebook post on June 19, better known as CJ. The director and artist made a name for herself in both the advertising and arts scene of the Philippines and beyond. She is survived by her husband, their cats Andres and Max, and her parents and uncle. Behind that tough and take-charge person you may know is such a sweet, caring girl. I will always remember her for the kindness she brought to people, wrote her husband filmmaker Wincy Ong. A memorial service will be held at the Heritage Park in Taguig until June 22. Silva suffered an aneurysm on June 4 and had been in the ICU since. She fought to the very end, said her husband. De Silva first landed on popular media early on as one of the gifted children in commercials by formula milk brand Promil in the 90s. Most of you would remember her as a Promil gifted child in those commercials in the 90s, but from the many people who visited the hospital or sent a message or two, I learned that CJ was a gift to herself to the people who came to know her, said her husband. The painter, creative director, and podcaster had no prior known illnesses. She was rushed to the hospital on June 4 due to aneurysm, and had to undergo a coiling surgery. While in the intensive care unit of the hospital, CJ suffered 2 strokes. In commemorating her 36 years, Wincy honored CJ as a loving wife, a loving cat mom to their cats Andres and Max, and a loving daughter to her parents and uncle. She always told me she'd wanted a funeral that was fun and not so serious. Let's celebrate her 36 amazing years here on this planet by filling it with things that made her happy: music, conversations, coffee, and good food, Wincy added. Her commercial showed the then around 10-year-old De Silva painting on a massive canvas. She was one of the children featured alongside other young creatives and geniuses who are now a big part of mainstream media like photographer Shara Luna and chess master Wesley So. De Silva eventually graduated from the College of Fine Arts in Diliman and continued to be a painter alongside her awarded work in advertising. She has exhibited her works in Metro Manila shows and also has a popular Instagram account dedicated to her art. Her and her husband also had a podcast called Telebabad Tapes. Fellow Promil kid Francis Galura, who was featured for his poetry in the commercials, wrote, "I remember watching her ad as a kid and being in awe of her talent. Then meeting her at a few events for Promil later in life and admiring how kind, unassuming, and driven she is. Lucky to have a shared history with you, CJ," in a message on Facebook. Shara Luna also sent her condolences on the platform. "Whenever people would mistake us for each other in the industry, I always say how funny it is that we actually have yet to meet again, or work together as adults. I'm sure we would have had plenty of things to talk about, especially as former Promil kids, ha ha ha."
Well, that's it for today's video. What are your thoughts? Please let us know on the comment section below. Whose celebrity do you want us to feature next? Thank you for watching FASN News Channel.